Outspoken Silent One, got a video for you today. Actually, it's two videos. I'm going to use this one. I'm doing the two because it actually has to do with the same group in two different videos. They're two different locations, but it is the same. It's all the same people. And it's disturbing because we're seeing it now where people is sitting and eating dinner or lunch or stuff, eating a meal at a restaurant, on a sidewalk, inside, are getting harassed by these protesters or whatever they are. And I don't even call them I wouldn't even go to the extent of even calling them rioters, because they're just terrorists. I mean, they're terrorizing people. That is terrorism right there, right? Is if you don't do what they say, they'll respond in a violent form, and they do every time. We've seen it. Is that they? And these two videos, because I'm going with this, because in these two videos they actually have. I don't know which one actually occurred first. If they were at the restaurant and then they went to the sidewalk, or if they went to the sidewalk and then went to the restaurant. I'm going to play them both, and you can watch to see which one you think it is. But to me, that's still it's irrelevant. And it doesn't really matter. So go ahead. I'll play these videos. Just watch. Just let them sink into your head. If you have to go back and rewatch them, go ahead, because it took me a while just to comprehend how terrible these people are. And afterwards, I'll show you. I'll give my thoughts and my way of thinking on things here when you get done. So go ahead, watch them, and we'll talk about them.
Who did this? 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 Are you going to open this door? Let us out, Ed! Let us out, Ed! There's somebody with a wheelchair, Ed, that you need to let out. No, you need to let somebody out with a wheelchair, Ed. That's when you open that door, it's going to open up people. Okay, open the door, Ed.
The people that are...
Can I get some allies to open this door for me? Can I get some allies to open this door for me? Can you let that person out? Can you let this person? I didn't touch you yet. Are you touching me? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Put your hands on back. Put your hands on me. Put your hands on me. Put your hands on me. Go ahead. I got it. Put your hands on me. Right here. Get down. Get down. Get down. I'm okay. Put your hands on me. I'm trying to walk. You ain't walking in right here. You ain't walking through right here. You're not walking through. Go the other way. Because if you touch me, yo, it's not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Touch me. I say that. Please touch me. Because I'm not moving. Don't touch me. They coming, but I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. No, we got you.
What the heck?
Go get him then! Go fucking get him, you fucking weirdo!
That make up a stick ain't shit about you, G. Be your authentic self. You're a fucking fool. You're an embarrassment. If you do a fucking racist, this is how you're treated. Put the glasses on. That's it. You're not real. I'm saying about that here, bitch.
Fuck 12 and fuck the white people that built the system set against mine. You old dick.
easy to see that it's the same people, because there are three people that stand out. Because you have the guy in the pink T-shirt with the bullhorn or the megaphone, whatever you want to call him. He's an instigator. He's an agitator to no end. And he did it with the black guy in the McDonald's. He did it to the guy walking down the street with a bike. Then you have the person. I can't say. I'm not gonna. I honestly can't tell if it's a man or a woman. So I'm just saying, person in the purple, walking around with giving a finger to everybody. As me personally, giving someone the finger is just, to me, it's just funny. If you don't want to respond, so well, I'll give you the finger. And it's not, to me, that's not a threat. It's not threatening at all. I just laugh at them. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Just flat out what I say is, yeah, I don't care. And then you have the one that bugs me more than any other person of all these videos and I am just gonna flat out say it, is this fat woman with the white hair. What she does is just so stupid. When this the elderly couple eating out on the street, walking up, and she walks up like nothing is better than her. She's God's gift to men, is why she was put on this earth. And it's acting like she's all big and mean. Walking straight up to this elderly couple, grabs their beer, their beverage, whatever it is, and chugs it. And so, well, right there, that is just disturbing. Because, one, with the pandemic going on, how's that going to go for you? Two, you could have something. I mean, you don't know what these people have. I'm not a neat freak. I'm not self-conscious I'm not OCD or anything like that. Afraid of germs. I'm none of that. It's disturbing. The only one I share drinks with are my kids. It's the only ones I'll actually share a drink with. If I'm drinking something I'll give it to them. But seeing her do that, obviously there's a anti-Nazi shirt on and everything. That's supposed to make her better. I don't know. But with me, these are the same people. Even if it's not the same people, I'm gonna put them in the same group as the ones that were harassing people in restaurants, telling them to put their fists in the air to support them. I'm not gonna. My opinion on that was you're not making me. You'll never get me to raise my fist for you. Ever. I've seen too much stuff. You're too much. These Black Lives Matter and Antifa people are way too big of hypocrites, and they're terrible. I cannot stand it. They're more hypocritical. They're more hypocrites than Democrats, and Democrats are pretty far out there, especially the far left. These people are terrible. You just had Pelosi with her stuff. Don't go do as I say, not as I do. I'll go into a hair salon when I want to tell everybody no. It's worse than that, in my opinion, because these people are terrorists. It don't matter if you're black, you're white, Chinese, you're Japanese, Hispanic, anything. It does not matter anymore. These people are going after you, and you can tell even on the one with when the guy's walking down the street or the sidewalk with or road or whatever with his bicycle, and the way they're going behind him, yelling, saying how bad white people are, and it's like, listen, you guys are yelling, but half your group is white. I don't even know what to say on it. I'll believe these people when they say, because I'll actually start believing them when their whole thing, Black Lives Matter, when Black lives actually do matter to them, not just one or two that are actually killed by a police officer and that's it, or shot by a police officer. It does not matter. They have black on black crime, which is actually far greater threat to black lives than the police killing blacks. And they don't say anything about it. So right there, that tells me, okay, you don't go for it. You don't stand what you believe in, and then when they want, so if they're telling me to raise my fist for them, I'm just gonna look at them and laugh, because I'm not going to. I know for a fact I will not. I would most likely sit on my hands and tell them to go away or ignore them. I mean, they can have bullhorn right in my face, and me, I can just ignore it. But this is what people are not seeing now because of how things are going, and it's terrible. I'm putting this video up because this is what I want people to see for Democrats. Okay? We have New York, we have Chicago, we have Seattle, we have Portland, we have Pittsburgh now, we have all these places that are run by Democrats, and they're not doing anything. They actually support it. When we even had California at one point, has even had Kamala Harris, vice president nominee, funding and trying to raise money to get these people out of jail. So why would I want to support them? It's not ever going to happen. I won't ever do it. And this is why I want people to see it. So look, this is how bad it is. Just because when one person is said, and I still don't know the guy's name. I don't know if there someone could tell me in comments what the guy's name was, because if you were watching it and you know what I'm talking about, was Tuesday morning, this past Tuesday morning, which was, for me, making this video was yesterday morning. But it was on Fox News, I believe it was about 7 or 8 o'clock. It was somewhere in those times. It was sometime between 7 and 9. I was doing something, so I wasn't paying attention to who was actually on. I was just I had it as background noise. So I don't know if he said, or if he was quoting somebody else, but he had said it, and I really agreed with it when he says that you give them anything, be prepared to give them everything, because if you give in once, they're going to keep taking until you have no more to give, and once you run out of something to give, you're in trouble, because they no longer need you, and they will find their own way to dispose of you. And that's what we see every day now, because these people cannot stay on one demand every week. It's a week to week they're changing it. It's just getting more and more outlandish of what they want. So my thing is to pay attention to stuff like this, because this is what the Democrats don't even stop. They won't even admit these type of things are happening. It's a myth, according to Jerry Nadler. It's a myth. None of this stuff happens. It's just made up by Trump. Well, why is Trump actually the one that's offering help and then these mayors and governors are denying it? Or why are they hiring extra security just to protect their house or their neighborhood, like in Chicago, Lightfoot? She's obviously threatened, but she won't stand up to it. So think about that. If Trump isn't elected, what's going to happen? We're going to lose our country, and that's what I see happening, because Democrats won't even stand up to them. They will just bow and give them what they want, and this country will be 5 times worse than what it is and what people think it is now, which is actually doing very well. For what's going on, I believe we're actually doing very well, and Trump's doing everything he can to help. But with everything going on, it's also political because of the election. It's a terrible year for this to happen, for the pandemic, but it's showing so many true colors of these people, of the Democrats, even Republicans, everybody. You're seeing people's true colors of how they feel. And because people are even coming out and speaking with all these protests and everything, it's showing the true nature of people, showing how despicable people can be and how terrible people can be towards each other. And when I'm saying this, I see all the Black Lives Matter and Antifa people, they're causing the racism that they're saying, and this is what is causing more and more harm, because I've said it, and I have had other people come to me and talk to me about it. They say that they don't, because they've never. I flat out say it, and I'll say it now. I am not racist, but how these people are going about stuff, Black Lives Matter and Antifa people, the way they go about their stuff, and how their demands change, almost seems like it's every week their demands change, or what they're protesting about is different every time. It's stupid. You can't keep saying, well, white people are bad when white people are standing right next to you doing the exact same thing. They're right there with you cheering. They're right there destroying your community with you, destroying your own places. I mean, the more and more these people just keep making them, or giving out double standards and hypocrisy, it's just making it worse. And I've had plenty of people say this is actually causing them to be racist, because they're seeing it, and it's Black Lives Matter. I don't see it happening. It's because that Black lives don't matter to them. It really doesn't. They just want to be victimized, be participants of victimization, and make TV for however long they want to be. They can. So, but that's why I wanted to put this video out there. So if you enjoyed it, share it. If you like more, if you want to watch more of my videos and know that they're coming, subscribe. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy doing these. I putting them out as much as I can. If you have any suggestions on how I might be able to change something up, or if you have anything about the video that I'm doing, go ahead and put it in comments. I'll definitely respond to it. I'm just starting off, so I don't have all the support. I don't have followers and stuff. If you like it, follow, and you'll be seeing more like this. So just go out, stay safe, and stay away from stupid protesters.